What is going on, everybody? Today we're going to talk about cash flow statements. What is a cash flow statement? What's a P&L? What's a balance sheet? What are these things? I don't understand. Well, guess what? I'm here to help you, and I will help you understand, but you have to do me a favor. Simple request. All you gotta do, like, comment, subscribe, show some love, and we'll get right into it. What's up, guys? My name is Chris Channon, the founder and CEO of Active Age Daytime Senior Care, and today we're gonna talk about a cash flow statement. You may have heard things like profit and loss statements and balance sheets, but there's this one particular statement that I feel is so underutilized because honestly, when you go to a bank, for the most part, all they want to do is see the P&L and the balance sheet. But the reality of it is sometimes the P&L and the balance sheet, may not have all of the information about that business. And it really almost takes all three, cash flow statement, the profit and loss statement, and the balance sheet to truly understand and gauge the health of a business. But if you are in the process of opening up your own adult daycare, or if you currently have an adult daycare, it is important for you to at least know what a cash flow statement is and what it's comprised of and how it works and what it means and how you can use this information. So that being said, guys, the cash flow statement is made up of three areas. It's the operating cash flow, the investing cash flow, and the financing cash flow. And what does this mean? Well, your operating cash flow is gonna come primarily from your normal business operations and business activity, okay? So this is gonna be primarily, it's gonna be made up of like your net profit, or maybe other things such as depreciation or things that are associated with actual operating of the business. So certain expenses, certain incomes that are associated with that, okay? So positive or negative cash flow depending on how your business is operating, okay? So this is all about money coming in and money going out. Where is it going? Where is it coming in from? Where is it going out to, okay? So normal business operating. So this would be a lot of the information from here is gonna come from your P&L, okay? So a lot of the stuff you see on the P&L, like your net operating income, will show up in the operating cash flow section of your cash flow statement. Number two is investing cash flow. Okay, so the investing cash flow, this might be like, say you're at a point in your adult daycare business where you're just crushing it and you don't even know what to do with it. And you are like, let me go throw it on some crypto or something, I don't know. Bitcoin, they've been talking about this Bitcoin. Let me go throw it on that Bitcoin, okay? Maybe don't do it right now, you might lose all your money. But the reality of it is that this investing cash flow is actually more so made up of how you might be taking some of the cash from the business, and are you taking it as an equity distribution? Are you putting money into the business? Are you using the funds from the business to invest in other companies or in other assets and physical assets? You might be, maybe you use the cash flow from the business to invest in a piece of land, or you use the cash flow from the business to invest in some other venture that's in the same industry, okay? So however you decide to use those funds, this is gonna be money coming in and money going out towards investment type of activities, okay? So it could be from the sale of assets. It could be maybe you sold something in your business, right? You had some sort of you had a truck or you had some sort of vehicle and you sold that item and there was no debt on it. And so now all of a sudden you have cash coming into the business. It's gonna be coming in under investing cash flow, okay? It wouldn't come in on your P&L. You wouldn't see it on your P&L because it's not income. It's not something that is actual income that you're charging for services. No, it's cash coming into the business, but from a different place, right? And then last but not least is financing cash flow. So have you taken out any new loans? Have you financed anything? Have you paid off debt or have you gotten more debt? Okay, so this is okay, debt is going up. There's cash coming into the business because I borrowed money. So now there's cash coming back into the business. Or maybe I paid debts off. So there's cash leaving and exiting the business and paying down those debts, right? So it's just this weird thing, right? Because the debt itself would go up and down on the balance sheet, but the money coming in or out of the business would show up on the cash flow statement. See how that works? Kind of crazy. When you pay a loan and you pay interest on that loan, guess where the interest shows up? The interest shows up in the P&L. So your interest will show up as an expense. But guess what? Your principal payment shows up where? Right here, because you're paying down debt. So your principal payment now is gonna show up in cash flow and the balance sheet, right? So the debt is gonna go down and the cash flow, money goes out to pay down the debt, okay? But it doesn't show up in your P&L. So guess what? Your P&L says you made 100 grand, but there's only 50 grand in the bank account. Where'd the money go? You go to your cash flow statement and it tells you where the money went, okay? So you might have made $100,000, but you took $50,000 and it went to pay down debts or something like that, right? So my point is that it's showing up as profits, even though the money's not in the account, because the money went somewhere else, and so this is why it really takes the profit and loss statement, the balance sheet, and the cash flow statement to truly understand and assess the health of a business. I know there's a lot of detail in this, and truly to get the most value out of understanding how to utilize these statements is to go through an educational video like this on all three of them, and we'll break down balance sheet, we'll break down profit and loss statement, but I wanted to at least give you a little bit of a nugget on cash flow statements and how they work. So there's operating activities, there's gonna be investing activities, and there's gonna be financing activities. All three of those are gonna make up a cash flow statement, and how you utilize the money coming in and out of the business is going to affect this in multiple areas. But if you had a healthy, positive cash flow here, that would be a very good sign of a healthy business. If you had, money coming, going out here to purchase assets and things like that, that might also show like a very healthy side of the business because you're purchasing assets, right? And so you're adding those assets to the balance sheet, and that money might be going out, but it's going out to some sort of asset to the company to build the value of the company. So anyways, guys, I know we can get into a lot more depth in this, and I'm sure it'd be helpful with an actual breakdown of what one would look like, but it's just important for you to understand what a cash flow statement is. So next we'll cover P&Ls, then we'll cover balance sheets, and then you guys will be experts in all things finance. And if you're not, then you should probably hire somebody that is, so that they can help you with these things. Because the last thing you want to do is run out of cash and not know where your money's going, and not know how to control your expenses, or not know how to drive sales. You want to know your numbers. You have to know your numbers if you're gonna stay in business. I hope this was helpful, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining me. If you're interested in learning about how to open up your very own adult daycare, make sure you go to adcpro.com. We got all sorts of videos on our YouTube channel. We got a private Facebook group. We got a monthly webinar. Get plugged into our group, start learning. And if you're interested in opening your own adult daycare franchise with ActiveAge, I know a guy. Go to activeagecare.com/franchise. We'll see you on the next one. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you'd like to learn how to open your own adult daycare center, go to adcpro.com. If you'd like the latest business tips, click here, and make sure you subscribe to our channel. Click here. We'll see you guys next time.